Okay, Shalom. I'd like to give all honor, praise, and glory to my power, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and apostles. Of course, a great millstone. Honors to the elders I'm under. Elder Sekalah, Elder Yahweh. Peace, blessings, and protection to the men and women who's currently waiting for the return of our Adawan and power. And I guess I don't know what I would title this lesson. I was going to title it The Day of the Lord is Near. But I think I'll probably title it World War III is Inevitable. All right, because it's right around the corner. And there's a couple articles that I want to hit. And this one is Ukraine war. The UK will confront Russian planes if we need to in NATO skies. Cooper tells you when Putin makes nuclear offer to Trump. Okay, and okay, so I'm not going to read this. All right, but there was a point that I wanted to get to concerning this, and a precept that I wanted to get to this. All right, because there's a lot of what do you call that, agitating going on amongst these nations. So let me go, and then I'm gonna hop into another. This is Proverbs 26:17. He that passeth by meddleth for strife belonging not to him. It's like one that taketh a dog by the ears. All right, and this has been going on with Babylon the Great for years. All right, intermeddling with these different nations, and for the most part, these tactics are being pushed back. All right, it's like a little chess game between these different countries of entering into different airspaces and testing the patience of these particular mainly these countries in the UK. All right, and let me go here real quick. And I say this because war is coming, because ever since after the pandemic, things have been speeding up, and how can I say it? There's been no real sense of diplomacy. All right. So, and I know that King of Babylon pretty much wanted Europe to pretty much increase its GDP for the military by 5%. All right, and then if you get to reading this article, it's a little bit more than that. They've been spending more than that. So the day of the Lord is definitely drawing near. All right, and like I said, the title of this lesson, World War III, is pretty much inevitable. All right. So we're seeing these things happening, and it's not going to go back, regardless. All right? You have people that think that things are going to continue on and be the same way, and they're not. I'm not going to read. I'm not going to go into all of that. You can look that up yourself. But they have been selling weapons to these countries for a while now. So the whole world is gearing up for Armageddon. All right, as the Bible calls it. All right, to be going down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1 and 14. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near. It hasteth greatly. And hasteth greatly. All right. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. All right. The mighty men. All right. The soldiers. The mighty of the earth. All right. The militaries. All right. That they hasteth greatly. All right. This is Habakkuk 2 and 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. All right. And what is the Lord saying? That he's hastening the day, according to the scriptures, that all of these things are near. All right. And at the end, we're fast approaching unto the end. All right. So let me go here. In Proverbs 21 and 1, let me just make this quick. Proverbs 21 and 1, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it wheresoever he will. And that's what he's doing. He's turning the hearts and minds of these kings to prepare themselves to get ready for the battle. All right, they're spending heavily, all right, on their militaries, all right, all across the globe, all right. Nobody is really looking for peace or peace or diplomacy, so to speak. Let me go here because I always I'm gonna come back to that. Let me see if I can find. Is it Isaiah 57? Could be. All right. This is Isaiah 57:19. I create the fruit of the lips. Peace, peace to him that is far off and to him that is near, saith the Lord. And I will heal him. Who is that? You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. Because he's healing us first and foremost by letting us know who we are and to come back to him. All right. The healing starts with his word. Verse 20, but the wicked are like the troubled sea when it cannot rest, whose waters cast up mire and dirt. There is no peace, saith my power. All right, to the wicked, there's no peace. Okay? There's no peace. So we're into an age where Esau's kingdom is coming to an end. All right. Let me go to Jeremiah 50:20. A sound of the battle is in the land, and of a great destruction. Salakia. How was the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How was Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou also taken, O Babylon. And thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. The Lord hath opened his armory, and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord, thy power of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans. Come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Slay all her bullocks, and let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, and the time of their visitation. All right, the day is coming. All right, the visitation, because as the Lord says, all right, in Isaiah 47, he will not meet thee as a man. All right, he's coming back as a power in the earth. All right. This is the book of Revelation 19:11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness do he judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. All right. And he had a name written that no man knew but himself. He had many crowns because he's going to take down all of these nations. And he was clothed in vesture dipped in blood, and his name was called the Word of Yahweh. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in linen and white and clean. Out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, and with it he shall smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And he treadeth down the winepress of the fierceness of the wrath of the Almighty power. And on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lords of Lords. All right. And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great power, that ye may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. All right. So that time is coming. All right, where these nations, all right, they're going to be gathered together, and soon the Lord, once they gather together, the Lord Himself is going to take down all the armies, pretty much, of the earth. All right, and we'll be liberated as a people then. All right, and the Lord will set us on high. But as the scriptures say, watch. All right, we're supposed to watch, and we're seeing these things. All right, they're progressing, and they're going forward. These things are escalating day by day. All right, showing you that the Lord's power over this realm of the earth, nothing supersedes it, man. All right, He moves on everything and everybody, man, and on the hearts and minds of men. All right, and He's leading them. He's leading them to the to their own destruction. So with that, I pray this lesson is edifying, and with that, I would like to say shalom.